Alright, welcome back to this channel. I think after Henry Jackson, after putting Henry Jackson on the stand and then the defense asked questions to him, what will happen next?
Well, Mike, I'm here to deal, but the price has gone up.
Shocking. What's the offer?
3 years of probation and community service in return for a guilty plea to charges of reckless homicide, and you drop the felony gun charges.
Oh, how about we give him a medal too?
I want to choose one of these three, especially this, but Mr. McCoy request for murder to maximum security, so no deal.
No deal. We're seeing this one all the way through.
Mr. Leonard, why don't you tell the jury what happened on the night of April 12th?
I regret those events. I regret them deeply. But they didn't happen the way Mr. Cutter says they did. Not at all.
Explain for us.
Explain for us. I want to show you about when you object but you forgot to but you just withdrawn after, right after. Can I show you?
Objection! Your Honor!
The speculation withdrawn by the
Withdrawn.
Mr. Leonard, please continue.
I never meant to shoot poor Miss Jackson. I was scared for my life, scared the gangbangers were coming again, coming for me,
Why would you fear that?
because they killed my fiancée.
And you knew they would come for you eventually.
Yes, I knew they would. That's how these animals work.
ah
Objection! Your Honor!
speculation.
Speculation! The witness can't know what his enemies, real or imagined, intended for him.
Sustained.
Tell us exactly what happened.
I just went to the Busy Mart for some wine. Now, I brought my gun for protection, you see. I was walking back to my car when I saw Sims and the other guys yelling at each other. I was almost to my car when I seen Sims look at me. I thought he recognized me.
That's that's one funny thing we did like from Mr. I ever played like that before. So when I object and I forgot, hey, I don't have to object that. He stood up. But as you can see, as you saw before, he sat down again.
Then I seen him raise his gun. I was trapped, too far away to get to my car. So I drew my weapon. It was me or him. I told him, back off, Sims, but he didn't. And knowing what they did to my Nina, I fired. That's why I said her name. I never ever meant to hurt anyone, especially not Miss Jackson. It was only in self-defense. I deeply regret it.
Thank you, Mr. Leonard.
Withdraw. and you can see, and as you saw, how Mr. Carter said objection like he blurted out. We call blurted out as no gas. But from the first, yeah, I think I ever played on the first episode and did the same thing. But he commented, but how he said objection is really different. He calmly said so. So the first one he calmly said so, but but from the one you saw he blew it out. I think he should have calmly said that. Continue.
Something's not right here. He's making out like it was a coincidence he was there that day, but it's not.
Your witness, Mr. Cutter.
Excuse us just one moment, Your Honor.
He planned this. I can feel it.
I know, but how do we break him?
Nina. Get him to talk about Nina. Draw him out.
Mr. Leonard,
Mr. Leonard.
I've got a receipt here from the market on the day of the shooting. You bought 4 bottles of Mad Scotsman. 4 bottles? What were you doing? Getting your courage up?
No,
So, why?
no reason. I was just sad
Sad about what?
about Nina.
Nina, about Nina.
What about Nina exactly?
That day reminds me of Nina.
Why?
It was near to a year the day she died.
Near to? Or
I can't remember.
really?
I don't keep nothing around that reminds me of it.
Is he lying? Yes. What memento featured of the date of Nina's shooting? Anniversary photo, no. Newspaper clipping, yeah. The signed photo of Nina to Sims. Are you kidding? The love letter from Nina herself. We didn't find it.
Mr. Leonard, the police recovered a newspaper clipping from your garage. It was an article about the carjacking, about the day Nina died.
The day Nina died. Car checking.
What was the exact date of the carjacking, of Nina's death?
Told you I can't remember.
People's Exhibit K, the newspaper clipping. Please read.
April 12, 2010.
And People's Exhibit L, the receipt. Can you read me the date on this receipt? The day of the shooting?
April 12, 2011.
A year to the day. Did you know Sims had territory near the market?
Yes,
Why were you outside?
just hanging out.
And the 4 previous days? Also just hanging out?
I really don't think I was there that often.
Is he mistaken? Yes. The security guard testified he saw Charles Jackson at least 4 times in the weeks before her murder. 4 times in the weeks before murder, right? But Charles Jackson, no. Yep, this is the right one. He saw Scott at least 4 times in the week before Charles Jackson murder. Fontana testified the charger that had the numerous parking tickets for that exact location. He didn't testify that. He didn't testify, so this may be a trap. You wouldn't know. This may be a trap. What kind of trap? Huh?
David Zemsta testified he saw you there 4 days.
It's my neighborhood, Mr. Cutter. I'm allowed to park my car where I please. I happen to like the Busy Mart.
Busy Mart. Okay.
The Busy Mart. The security guard said he saw you there an hour before the shooting. What's that about? Were you lying in wait for Sims?
No,
You're there all week. You're there before the shooting. Explain it, Mr. Leonard.
I was just there to make sure he didn't hurt some innocent bystander.
No, you took care of that yourself.
Objection.
Withdrawn. The boy testified he heard you. Was he there?
Yep, I saw him.
You told the court you were trapped, unable to get to your car.
Yeah, the car was 10 feet away, door closed and locked. I never would have made it. That's why I drew my gun. Otherwise, I would have just driven out of there.
Does this match previous testimony? Yeah, the car was 10 feet away, door closed and locked. Ah! Door closed and locked. If the door was closed and locked, Henry wouldn't have heard the door chime. Yep, Henry testified the car door was open. He heard the door chime.
Henry told us he heard your car door chime. He identified it specifically.
Well, yeah, I mean, right. I was mistaken just now. I did leave the door open when I went to the store.
A beautiful car like that? You left the car door open and the keys in the ignition?
I guess I did, Mr. Cutter.
You said you told Sims to back off before you fired.
That's right. I gave him fair warning.
Of course he did. Davario Sims told cops that Scott Leonard waved a gun in his face. Wrong. Davario Sims told cops he and Scott argued before the shooting. No. No. Scott was from other side. The blind boy never mentioned this in all his recounting of events. Yes. Scott is so clearly a liar. Can't the jury see that from themselves? Are you kidding me?
Henry didn't hear you say anything but one word. Can you guess what that word was?
Nina.
You weren't there by chance. You were there for revenge. You cased the market for a couple days beforehand, watching. Then, on the anniversary of Nina's death, you got a little Dutch courage to get you going. Sims showed up, you saw your chance, and you took it. Only poor Shard Jackson got in the way.
I didn't mean for that. It's not like you're saying. I'm sorry, kid. I never meant no harm to your mom. I'm sorry.
No further questions, Your Honor.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Has the jury reached a unanimous verdict?
We have, Your Honor.
Please read the verdict as it stands recorded.
In regards to Mr. Scott Leonard, as to murder in the second degree, we find the defendant guilty.
Yeah, we did it.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I want to thank you for serving. Sentencing will take place tomorrow. Until then, the defendant will be remanded into custody. Court is adjourned.
I'm sorry, son. I'm so sorry.
Mama always said turn the other cheek.
She was a good woman, Henry. She wouldn't want you to grow up with anger in your heart.
She'd want me to forgive Mr. Leonard, like Jesus does. Guess I'll try. Will you come see me at my new house?
I'll try and visit you, Henry, but we gotta get you settled in with your cousins. You need family right now.
Thanks, Olivia, for being nice and stuff.
No problem. Good luck, Henry.
Bye, Olivia.
That's Officer Fontana.
Thanks for seeing us, Mrs. Vincenzo. We really need to talk to your husband, Frank.
You missed him by 2 weeks. You guys want some dinner? I'm making meatballs.
He left town?
He left the planet. Dead, my Frankie.
Uh-oh.
Sorry to hear that.
What's this about? One of Frankie's jobs finally catch up with him?
Did Frank ever own a gun?
Sure, in his line of work, a bunch. Listen, I know you guys know what kind of fella he was, and I definitely did, so let's not pussyfoot. He's gone, you can't get him now. What do you want to know?
Was Frank involved in a murder around 98? 2 kids in the park, both shot, one died.
Yeah, he might have mentioned that.
He did it for money?
Yeah, only that one he never got paid. Had a falling out with the client.
Who?
Sorry, that's all I know. Frankie never told me names.
So, it was a hit.
But no payout.
So maybe he got screwed.
Or maybe he screwed up.
At any rate, next question is...
Who paid to have Harrison Bedford killed?
Bingo.
Yeah, okay. I think this is the end of the 5th episode called Eyewitness. So we will go to episode 6. Yes, we will go to episodes to the 6th episode named Okay, that's all for now. Thank you for watching and see you later.